A lot of guys asking about the Harbor Freight trailer and modifications you can do to it to make it pull behind a motorcycle. I thought I'd just tell you two or three of the things I did to my Harbor Freight trailer. The first thing I did was put a kickstand on it. That's just a piece of angle with a bolt, and it folds down for a kickstand. I also changed over from 5-wire to 4-wire, and the little converters up in there, I got that off eBay for $25. And then I also, where I go into my wiring harness on my motorcycle from the taillights and blinkers, I also did a 5-amp fuse with every wire, so if something happens on the trailer, it pops the fuse and doesn't affect the electronics on the motorcycle. I also just welded together a little cooler rack with a little piece of elastic that goes over the cooler and holds it in there. One of the most useful modifications I did, and I'll see if I can explain this correctly, is on the trailer there is a support that travels the length of the trailer. That way, normally that piece is back here, and the tongue of the trailer hooks here and here, and so if you move this crossbar up, it allows you to move the tongue of the trailer up right out about a foot, and it lengthens the tongue of the trailer, and that makes the thing just track great. One of the other questions I heard talked about the wheels and tires. This one got new bearings, which I got for about $30 down in Kansas City. Here we have a place that sells bearings. They were easy to put in. Then I used good Valvoline high temp grease. And the tires, I used balancing beads, and even though it really didn't need them. These are the original tires. I've had them up to 80 miles an hour for extended times, and they never got hot. I run them at a much low pressure. The trailers are rated for 900 pounds, but the trailer weighs 115 pounds, the car carrier, and when we have it full, weighs 75 pounds. So to get a little bit of shock absorption and make the tires wear good, I run them anywhere from 17 pounds to 20 pounds. And also to compensate for moving this crossbar forward when it should be here, you can see I put in another crossbar, which in the other video you can see that crossbar is for the coilover suspension. That was about a $75 mod. I don't use the leaf springs anymore. The leaf springs just act to hold the axle in place. And in my other video I explained that, and you can see that in action. Put a mud flap on it. I did buy a good set of tires that are rated a lot better. They're the same size, even though in the video they don't quite look like it. And those are an 8-ply instead of a 4-ply, and they're rated for a higher speed, but I've never had a problem with the tires. The thing tracks great. You don't even know it's back there. I got $175 in the trailer, $30 in the bearings, suspension modification $75, around $300. On the back of the trailer, I went ahead and went with a good pair of LED turn signals that are super bright and waterproof. I mounted my spare tire up there, just a cheese ball Harbor Freight spare tire. I did do a third brake light that blinks. I put my license plate up here and put a license plate light, because I found where it was mounted originally down here, when I was backing the trailer into hotels and stuff, it tended to hit the curb, and I put a set of mud flaps on there and a few extra lights, and for $300 or so, a little over $300, and the modifications I did. It's an awesome trailer. Some guys cut the trailers down and narrow them up, but I found even with the wide wheelbase, if you measure it how wide the trailer is, the trailer only actually sticks out about 6 inches on each side, wider than your mirrors are, on a Goldwing at least. And so it's a great trailer. Some guys say just go ahead and bite the bullet and spend $1,200, $2,000, $3,000, but all of us don't have that kind of money. And these trailers, easy to build. Car carriers off Craigslist for 25 or 30 bucks, and it's a great trailer. Few upgrades, and they're awesome trailers. You can personalize them, keep them while you're saving up for a really good trailer. Although we have this trailer and it's personalized, got all of our stuff on it from where we've been, and now we don't want to get rid of it. Check out my other videos on YouTube. I got one video about how to do the coilover suspension. Then I got another video where I mounted my camera under it, and you can watch the suspension in action.